Hello and welcome to round 5 of Invictus Racing League's Performance Championship. I'm your commentator H Racing Green, once again looking at a dry qualifying and race here at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas. I'll be with you in just a sec to commentate on the cars that are coming out of the pits. And as they do that, there they are. Here they are. So out on track then are the cars currently. I just need to copy the link into the various chats. We've got Miles here in the Ferrari this time out. Take a look then. So we've got Gaming Freak Plus in the Salva out on the soft tyre, LK0 in the Force India once again, Johnny in the Renault for this round. Let's see what he can do. He's going to start a lap, so let's ride with him. He backs off as he crosses the line. That's an interesting decision. Turns into turn 1, gets the car rotated nicely. It'll be interesting to see what kind of times are achieved here this evening. Oh dear, very wide off the circuit. That's going to be an invalidation. Oh my word, all sorts of traffic occurring there. But Fabulous Chicken gets through it. Little cut again. All off the circuit entirely there. 26.1 in the middle sector. Don't know if it's going to be counted or not though. With a hairpin at the start of the DRS straight, he comes massive understeer through there. And along the back straight he comes, long way, so not really a straight, it's an incredibly long curve. There's Johnny getting out of the way. And the Chicken nicks it through that second hairpin, then it's into the really tricky technical section in the final sector. Difficult braking zone there, but gets the car in and hits the apex. It's going to be hard drive now out of the corner, round this long triple right-hander, and it's the blind left, this penultimate corner, and now it's just for the final corner. Got to be careful not to cut this one. He does not cut it, and it's going to be a 1:38.7 to go fastest of all at this moment in time. There's Jamie in the Toro, so he's currently third fastest, not on a lap. Tej, here's Tej on his out lap in the Ferrari, following his outing in the, well, he was in the Red Bull last time. Sadly we had so many connection issues, unfortunately I couldn't actually make it through to see what the result of that race was. I'll see if I can get that up a little later on, but Tej now in the Ferrari instead of the Red Bull. He's cut the final corner on his way onto his lap. He's revving that engine out far too much there. My word. He's not enjoying that at all. Down, he just about hits the apex. keeps it in a lower gear, doesn't quite get the traction he might have wanted. It's going to be through this S section in the first sector. Pretty nicely through there actually. Oh, it was until he had to steer out of the corner. Misses that apex a touch. Through the right, a little way away from the apex. Just about kisses that one there. It's the downhill run through that kink into this incredibly wide hairpin. Negotiates that okay. Throttle wide open, DRS opened. There's a Red Bull getting almost out of the way. Takes a couple of stabs at the throttle as he comes out of there. Oh, misses the apex on that long right. He's a little wide through there. He's going to want to get this braking zone right. He just about does, but oh, doesn't quite get the ideal exit. But he gets going. Oh, I thought he was going to maybe keep it flat through there, but he, alas, no. And misses that apex as well. So this lap is going to be a 1:39.6 to go 5th fastest at all. Let's take a look at the current standings. It's Fabulous Chicken with a 38.7 currently on pole. Unomi 1 Kentucky second on a 39.1. It's Notorious LIP third, a tenth further back. Then it's Miles a further 4/10 behind in fourth. It's Tej in fifth. Jaden Hall sixth. LK0 in seventh. Jamie in eighth. And Gaming Freak with an invalidated 1:54. Currently at the bottom of the cars who have set a time in inverted commas. There's Gaming Freak. What is this with people backing off as they come across the start-finish line? Gaming Freak currently not. Gaming Freak has done a lap. There's a 39.7. Is Malk just coming out of the pits. He is just letting by that Renault that was on a flying lap. And he now joins the active circuit to start his attempt in qualifying. We're watching Malcolm outlap. That's probably not the most entertaining. Here's Johnny then on his flying lap. It's a 26 flat in first sector, pretty decent. He's a 40.0 in the middle sector, so this is looking like a decent lap from Johnny. If he can hold it together in this final sector, which can be tricky, he will hopefully propel himself a little way further up the board than he currently is. Drifting that Renault, dancing through that triple right. He's cut that. That's probably going to be an invalidation. But we'll have to see when he crosses the line. Yeah, his time has stopped. He goes across the line. It was a 38.8, but he stays 14th because he's invalidated it. A 38.8 would have put him third fastest. Craig has gone fastest by a whole second at the top. He's in the Red Bull, so that might be why. Craig with some slightly poor luck in the past. So his results don't really reflect his true pace. Liberty has been given the Red Bull for this round. He's slowing down. There is Fabulous Chicken in the Haas. He's on an outlap, to be fair to him. 3 minutes is not a respectable lap time at all. But that's an outlap, so it's fine. Sir Spurred on the soft tyres, currently third fastest with a 39 flat. pretty nice. No real reason to start on the softs, especially not if you're driving a Mercedes, as the one stop here is pretty straightforward. Soft, medium, one stop. Sorry, soft, medium, super soft, medium, one stop. Well, there's actually potential if you have a particularly good tyre saving capabilities in the top car to do a super soft strategy, which is quite impressive if you can pull that off. Here's Jaden Hall on his out lap. Okay, Zero, is he on a flying lap? It says he is, I'm not sure though. Certainly sounds like it. It's right on board. In the Force India, Mercedes power at this pretty power-oriented track, so hopefully should be in pretty good stead. This looks like a flying lap. I think it's a flying lap. Here he comes at first gear, so really trying to maximise all of the gears available to him in the low speed corners, using all the revs as well, taking those lights right up to the top. He'll brake now, gets the car turned in pretty nicely, goes for first again. That's a lift through that triple right, and then it's tricky penultimate corner, sort of gets it. A little bit of a drift through there. It's going to be a competitive time, I think, as long as he hasn't just cut that final corner. It's a 1:39.4 that puts him 7th. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher than that, but Craig at the moment in an absolute world of his own. A full second faster than everyone else. Into the final 5 minutes of qualifying then. Gaming Freak Plus in his Sauber on a flying lap. It's a 25.9 in the first sector. How does that compare? It's a 25.8 for Craig. Gaming Freak really looking to get a good qualifying position to start this race. One of the fastest drivers on the field, most definitely. Has some serious pace in pretty much whichever car he is laden with. So 39.8 middle sector. How does that compare? It's 2/10 down, so this should be, if he can hold it together in the middle sector, there should be a time that's good for second fastest, which in a Sauber versus a driver in a Red Bull is pretty impressive indeed. Needs to take a couple of stabs at that, but didn't lose too much time, I don't think. It's going to be hard done. It's going to be second. It's a 38.4, so it's still 0.8 off of Craig. Craig is probably too fast for that Red Bull. Being that far ahead of everyone. Is anyone actually on a lap? Nobody on Kentucky, and the McLaren is on an out lap. Narayan is on an out lap, I think, or an in lap. I don't know. Mike is going out. There's a teleporting Haas car. That is Johan. Johan's just going to start a lap. Let's go with him. Here he goes then. He started his flying lap in the manor, so he's going to have a hard time. He's got good straight line speed, but that thing is an absolute boat in the corners. So I look forward to seeing what he can do with it. Oh, his lag is interesting, as he straight lines and then sucks back towards the apex, but that has been, well, I mean, it was a really nicely done first sector, but it's slow because it's in a manor. And that's just unfortunate, really. Here he comes, then down the hill. It's into the hard braking zone for this left-hand hairpin. Holds it in third, which is an interesting decision considering how understeery the manor is. Would have gone for second personally myself. Along the back straight, Narayan retires from the session. Oh, I think that was lag there, because I don't think anyone's going to shift down on the straight. There is a Force India a little further up the road. He's cut that. That's going to be an invalidation, I think. He's going to have to wait. Yep, he's going to have to wait until next time. Save a little bit of fuel to try and make sure he actually does get round. So he's going to try again. He's got a minute left in the session, so this is all or nothing. It is going to be 17th if he cannot get this together. He will be stuck on two. Oh, the lag is just real. Oh, he's missed that apex. He's off the circuit, and that is going to be an invalidation, and he's retired. It is 17th place for Yarham, and that's a big shame. Here's Tamlad in the Salva, also partner in Gaming Freak Plus this time out, and he's, well, I mean, he's given up. He's an 18. Craig is coming round to see if he can, well, prove his point a bit more. He's just going to curb stomp the rest of the field, see if he can go even faster than his lap he's already done. Through the first corner, he's done that pretty nicely. But, oh, Craig now, he's struggling through there a little bit. Oh dear, oh, he's missed that apex by a solid margin, and he's fallen off the track a bit as well. I guess he's going to stick with it. Along the back straight, then he's going to struggle in that Red Bull. Absolutely no straight line speed at all in a Renault powered aero machine. Is this going to be a fastest lap? There's a McLaren up ahead. It's not going very fast. He could get in the way coming through the triple right, which would just be quite catastrophic. Does Craig keep it flat through there? He does. That Red Bull is a force to be reckoned with in high-speed corners. The McLaren jumps out the way. It's through the final corner for Craig. Can he improve at all? I don't know. It didn't say. Well, that is all then for qualifying by the looks of things. It will be Craig on pole. It's Craig on pole by the looks of things. There we are then. So it is Craig on pole. He did improve very slightly from Malk in second. So a 1-2 for the mods. It is Gaming Freak Plus in third, 1.1 seconds back from the pole time. Okay, 0 fourth. Fabulous Chicken managed a strong fifth. You know me, one Kentucky in the McLaren is a solid sixth. It's Johnny in seventh. Sir Spud in eighth on the soft tyre. Naray in ninth. Mike 10th. Notorious LIP 11th. Jamie 12th. Jaden, Miles, Tejuar, Clyde, Yarham, and someone else who I've forgotten. So I'm going to have to do the rejoining and all that. Here we are then. So let's take a look at the race strategy. Were we starting P19? It's a one stop if we're starting P19. I'm so surprised. With 1.5 laps extra fuel, it reckons that you should do a two-stop if you start on the supers. I don't think that's really the case, but we'll have to see. The other Sauber, I'm sorry, is Tamlad. He starts 18th place. So we're just going to wait for everyone to move before we go. I'm on a pad. Horribly unnatural. Right. We'll leave and rejoin. Right then, we're back. Oh my word, our ghost car has passed Jaden Hole for some reason. Let's ride with the pole. Not the pole sitter. This is the pole sitter. Driving along with the brakes on. I'm confused. That's just ways to burn out your brakes and damage the engine some. Let's change the broadcast camera. Come up to the starting grid for this. Am I using a wheel or a pad? I'm not using anything, I'm commentating. I mean, I've got a pad in my hand to change cameras with. But yeah, I'm not racing. But I race with a wheel, but that's irrelevant. Here we are then, building up. There are 5 red lights. Those lights are out. The Grand Prix is away. It is a monster start from LK0. He has passed Gaming Freak Plus on the run up the hill already, but he's on the outside, so he's going to be completely swamped. Yep, and he gets forced back out by Gaming Freak Plus. We're following the car that's driving away in the lead. It's now Gaming Freak Plus versus Malk into the tricky S section, and Malk yields and ends up dropping 2 places to the competition. You know me, one Kentucky has made a good start up to battling for 5th there with with Fabulous Chicken in the Haas. Behind them, Johnny is still in 7th. We've got Narayan in the Renault being passed by Sir Spud in the Mercedes, and that Renault's going to struggle versus the Mercedes. There's the Ferrari of Miles behind, trying to pass... My word, how quiet. Trying to pass the competition. Sir Spud there for some reason is starting on the super soft tyre, and I'm not really sure why, because I'm pretty sure he qualified on the soft, but never mind. Miles for some reason just leaving the door open, letting Narayan just pass him, really. That's sort of stabbing at the steering for some reason. And yet there he goes. And he's going to do the same thing with the Toro Rosso. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with Miles there. He's just sort of already given up those positions. And already we have got a monster train from 8th to 1st, which is just what we like to see. Malk not with the best of starts in the Williams. He's gone from 2nd to 4th. He's going to want to be making up those positions pretty rapidly to try and stay in contention for a podium. He's got the Force India ahead of him, so those two are fairly equal in the straight line, but then the Sauber up ahead is garbage in a straight line, so hopefully these two... Well, I say hopefully for them, these two can get past Gaming Freak Plus and go after the equally slow in a straight line Red Bull that currently leads this race on lap 2 of 28 revolutions of the Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be slipstream, no DRS yet, not activated until lap 3. And thought you may have had a look there, actually, which would have been pretty ambitious and optimistic, but you never know. Banging down the gears into each corner. Really rapid downshifts, not a lot of breathing time left in between for the engine. This corner is just one of the most horrible on high fuel. The car's just sliding through there. As you can see, LK0 is entirely off of the circuit. Oh, and he suckered Malk into the same issue. What is this, MotoGP? It's getting sucked into the same mistake just because you see the guy in front do it. He's having a look. He knows that these braking zones are heavy and extremely long, so he has the potential to make a move into one of them. I think he'd be smart to wait until the DRS straight. Obviously, he's cut that. Now has LK0, and LK0's gone wide, and it's going to allow Malk at the inside. Malk thinks better of it, backs out. And this battling between these two cars is allowing the top two to get away. Whoa, Malk all over the curb, massive slide. And now it's down this hill. Oh, he has another look. He's making his presence known, I think is what that's called. Oh, he's got the DRS and the slipstream, and that is going to be an easy pass. Provided he can get it stopped, which he can, sort of. Can he get the traction? He's got LK0 alongside, but now there's going to be the attempt at the cutback, which sort of happens, but no, LK0 runs over the curb and has to give up. Oh, he's come barreling up the inside, and oh, doesn't quite get the move done, and now he's got Unomi 1 Kentucky in the McLaren to deal with. Let's change to broadcast camera. It's much easier to watch three cars like that. But the McLaren sucks in a straight line to a catastrophic degree, so whether or not he can take advantage of all this mayhem is another matter. It doesn't look like it. Is LK0 going to have a go into this braking zone? No, he is not. I thought the McLaren may well have done also, but no. So they remain in their positions for the time being. actually already going to take a look at the race director, because the amount of, track limits, so LK0 has a track limit penalty already, and so does Unomi 1 Kentucky. I think most drivers have warnings at this stage. I mean, it's a pretty easy circuit to get qualifying penalties at, as we all found out last night in race department. Look at this, you can actually see, this is brilliant, you can see where he's going and you can see what's happening behind him, and it looks like the Force India is gaining pretty rapidly. He's gone for the dive bomb move, scared Malk off the circuit with just the sight of his Force India, and now the McLaren's dived up the inside. That is a fantastic move, extremely opportunistic, just leaves enough space on the outside, and now Malk has made a mistake. Oh, cuts the nose off the McLaren somewhat. But now these two have once again got to follow in the dirty air of the Williams through this long right-hand corner. Number 45 McLaren chasing the number 39 Williams. The Williams is extremely fast in a straight line though, and even with DRS and Slipstream and probably Rich Mix as well, he's struggling to catch him, but he's gone up the inside. We cannot see for the life of us what's going on. There we go, and it's squeezed Malk out, which has allowed LK0 to take something of an advantage. Malk gets caught on the curb and is dropped to 5th, and has dropped about 2 or 3 seconds in sort of one complex of corners, so that's extremely unfortunate for him. There's, you can just hear as Craig drives off, there's Gaming Freak Plus. It's now the McLaren of Unomi 1 Kentucky. Followed by the Force India of LK0. And then it is Malk, the second place grid starter. Oh wow, and actually I've looked away, and Malk has, and Lennon has passed Unomi 1 Kentucky for P3, as we now look at the battle between Johnny R95 and Fabulous Chicken for 6th position. It's Renault versus Haas, Renault power versus Ferrari power, factory versus customer, and they have the almighty Mercedes behind them, which, look at the grip that Mercedes has to just drive up the inside of the Renault through the long right-hander. That is ridiculous. Oh, and all simultaneously track extend. Oh, but Johnny has actually managed to shove one back up the inside going into the final corner. Now he's got the Mercedes to contend with in the braking zone for turn 1. The Mercedes goes all the way around the outside. I think that's the Mercedes Suspard, it is. And it is the Mercedes driver, Suspard, may actually get the move done here. No, backs out, thinks better of it, would have possibly held it in there herself. Oh my word, there's all sorts of battles going on up the field. Let's look at this. It's Unomi 1 Kentucky versus LK0. It's, oh, and there's contact. Oh, and that was horribly misjudged by Unomi 1 Kentucky. He's on the racing line. He's all sorts of in the way. Unomi 1 Kentucky just sort of seemed to crash into the back of, totally misjudged the speed of LK0 and crashed into the back of him mid-corner. Not really sure what's gone on there. Some tough defending against Notorious LIP. I mean, the Toro Rosso is bad in a straight line, but it's not quite as bad as the McLaren, and so it looks like he might get the move done. Can he hold it on the brakes? No, it looks like Unomi 1 Kentucky's McLaren is going to hold on to P8 for now. Yep, he does manage to do so. Sir Spud is all over the back of Johnny, and actually there's a train starting to form behind Fabulous Chicken, who's actually managed to pass Malk, but he's looking again up the inside. Look at the speed of that Mercedes through the high-speed corners. Oh, and Fabulous Chicken pits. So that's a 2-stop strategy there. If he can only do 6 laps on that on that set of super soft tyres, he's definitely going to have to stop twice. So that's promoted everyone up a position. This is now the battle for 5th between the Mercedes and the Renault driver. Oh dear, oh no. Not much change can be made really through that first sector. You know, on Kentucky already on the back of Sir Spud, so I'm getting the feeling that the McLaren driver definitely has the pace compared to everyone except maybe the top two, who have absolutely disappeared up the road. Craig is in the braking zone for the hairpin already. I mean, he's in a world, he's in a class of his own at the moment. That Red Bull working wonders for him. He did, of course, win here last season in the Force India car with something of a comeback drive, which was hard fought until the very last lap. Quite a spectacular showing from all the drivers involved there. Gaming Freak Plus in the Sauber, just bringing it round at the moment. Nothing too drastic happening other than the fact that he's driving a Sauber, so he's probably working 15 times as hard as he needs to. Okay, Zero currently 3rd, but he's got Malk all over the back of him, and Sir Spud there in the Mercedes is approaching. Also, let's change the broadcast so we can see what's going on here. Here comes Malk with the slipstream and the DRS. He's going to go up the inside. Has he hit that apex? I wouldn't know. There he goes. Oh, almost. It's going to be side by side through the long right-hander at turn 2. Malk gets caught on that inside curve again. He really needs to learn to stop running over that. LKO destroys the first part of the S section. Malk destroys that bit. Through that right, and then it's... Sorry, through the left, not the right. And it's the long right and the sharp left coming over the crest. Fast downhill section. It's going to be DRS zone in a minute, and there's going to be a Williams and a Mercedes car filling the mirrors of that Force India. Looking back, that's a useful camera angle. Looking back to see the Williams is certainly going to be close into the braking zone. Should have the move done. Will he? No, because he can't get it stopped. He's leaving him a lot of room. I'd be squeezing if I were him, and he's going to have the Force India back up the inside, and well, LK0 is not giving up this position at all. He tries to go all the way around the outside, but no, that's not worked, and now these two are going to have to deal with the almighty pace of the Mercedes through this right-hander. Oh, these two cars are a little bit faster than the Renault, so don't suffer quite as much. But Malk is all over the shop, and Malk pits. So let's ride with Hinobio on Kentucky, who is watching all this madness unfold. And he's just waiting for the right time to strike. Now back up to 5th with all these pit stops. After that contact and spin, he's going to want to sort of redeem himself somewhat here. Oh my, right, let's quickly... Sir Spud versus Lehnen now for the 2nd place spot, because Craig or Gaming Freak have pitted. It's Gaming Freak who's pitted. And they've actually also got a new one, Kentucky, in the McLaren for company. There's a Red Bull. Is that... That's not Craig. That is Craig. So Craig's pitted and is only 9 seconds behind the leader. So Craig is going to get an enormous jump here, because... I mean, look at this, he's passing Notorious LIP, and these three are fighting for the podium just ahead of him. So Craig is... I mean, if he can keep it on the circuit and doesn't get screwed by a safety car, he is absolutely on his way to his first victory of the season, for sure. But Sir Spud has passed LK0. It wasn't a particularly spectacular move up the inside into the braking zone, I believe. So it's lap 9, so this is one stop sort of range. They both dive in, trying to dummy each other. They both dive into the pits. I imagine they're going to go for some medium tyres, I'd imagine. Medium compound tyres. I mean, they would go to the end. No, Leon has gone for the softs. The McLaren, yes, goes for the mediums. That makes sense. He gets out behind the Force India, but that's alright. Force India will probably have to stop again. Depends on how good his tyre wear is. And Gaming Freak Plus cuts right back onto the racing line, and he has lost a lot of time. He was well up the road from this lot, and he's now behind Malk. Really? Yep, he's now behind Malk. Malk does have to stop again, but that's quite impressive, actually. So, Gaming Freak Plus seeming to lose quite a lot in the pit stop phase there, to be caught by the cars behind and lose quite a lot of time to the leader. That is Craig, or the net leader. Where has Craig gone? There he is. Currently in second, behind Sir Spud, who currently hasn't stopped. Craig is very too fast on that Red Bull. Yeah. It's going to be Red Bull versus Mercedes at the front through that long right. Sir Spud still not stopping. I don't think he is on the super soft tyre. I think he's on the soft. Just the game has bugged and is showing him as on the supers. That Red Bull sucks in a straight line. Craig sets the fastest lap of the race, 140.8. That Red Bull is just horrible in a straight line. He pulls out of the slipstream and it drops back from the Mercedes, even with DRS open. But he's finally made the move. He's made the move up the inside into that hard braking zone at turn 1. So Craig has reassumed the lead of the Grand Prix, and is why he has got some challenge from Sir Spud here. But Sir Spud does need to stop for a fresh set of tyres at some point. Craig has this one in the bag. I mean, a commentator's curse now. He's going to disconnect or crash into something or get a safety car, but right now Craig is in absolute control, and at this phase we're going to be looking at some penalties. So we already know about those ones. What was the next one? So it's 3 seconds for Miles, 3 seconds for Johnny, 3 seconds for Notorious. It's a stop-go for Johnny for corner cutting, gaining a position. Brilliant. 3 seconds for LK0 again, 3 seconds for Malk, 3 seconds for Notorious LIP again, Miles again, Craig, it's 3 seconds for Tej, 3 seconds for Malk again, 3 seconds for Jaden, 3 seconds for Clyde, and that's all. So yeah, there's quite a lot of penalties being picked up this time out. See what's happening a little bit further down the field. Notorious IP still hasn't stopped. Fabulous Chicken has. What has happened to Number 1 Kentucky and all that lot? He's down in 11th. I mean, I know he's on the medium tyre, but 23 seconds behind the leader. There must have been some contacts. He's on his own now as well. Oh no, LK0 also. Oh, so a lot of cars yet to stop, actually, then. That's what's going on here. He's going to come up behind Gaming Freak Plus. Gaming Freak Plus doesn't really have anything to defend with. I mean, he's in a Sauber on mediums versus a Force India on soft. He's going to try. This is going to be interesting. Oh, he backs out. Surprised. For some reason, they keep driving right over that inside curve, which does just cost you time, no matter what you do with it. So they, all the drivers should probably stop touching that curve. Meanwhile, the two Williams are up ahead, battling amongst themselves in 8th and 9th place, although those are not their net finishing positions. You see, LK0 is really going to want to get this move done. It's a fly over he's really going to want to get this move done because he has to stop again. So he's really going to want to beat these one-stop cars. He needs to be a lot faster than them. Oh wow, all sorts of moves, reactionary moves. But there we are, the DRS and the Mercedes power destroys the Sauber. And here it comes, Gaming Freak Plus, back up the inside, and there's contact. I mean, well, there might have been contact, that looks a little bit laggy to me. But, Gaming Freak Plus, he runs wide because that Sauber has no front end whatsoever. And it's going to allow LK0 back up the inside, he's going to get DRS. He's going to try to cut the corner, and that's just going to allow Gaming Freak to drive back past him again. And he flies alongside. Surely he's going to hold on to the position this time. This is just costing him bucket loads of time. Look, and you know, Kentucky's caught up. But look, and again, what is going on in the traction zone with LK0 and this Force India? Because, well, I mean, I'm not really sure. It just doesn't go anywhere. And he's just losing time now, and he's got to stop again, so he's in an absolutely atrocious situation at the moment. Malk, meanwhile, is battling with Jaden, and Jaden just lets him through. There's no point fighting that. Tamlad currently a long way up the field. I don't think he's on the super soft. He might be. He might have done a stop. He's currently be on the super soft, but I doubt it. And we've got Notorious LIP yet to stop. Fabulous Chicken has stopped, I think, but needs to stop again. And then Craig is, well, I mean, he might as well be in Mexico at this point. There's 15 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. Notorious LIP pits. Oh, look, there I am in 19th, boy. Doing my thing. I'm getting lapped. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Oh, let's see, are there any particularly big battles going on at the moment? Not really. There's Gaming Freak Plus, he's still got LK0 and Number 1 Kentucky behind him. Is LK0 possibly using full traction? Is that why his car isn't going anywhere on exit? That might be it. He's going to chuck one at the inside in the most unlikely place. Oh, and he's done it again. No one can certainly just keep driving into the back of LK0, going through corners. Miles has retired, so we're about... There's a safety car then. Craig is going to be raging. And he's left, and there's a virtual safety car. Which, let's see then, is there anyone near the pit? Craig is. Is he going to take the opportunity for a free pit stop? He does need to stop again. He's not going to. Interesting. Take a look right the way back down. We've neglected the back half of the field somewhat. Mike now in 14th. We've got Jamie in 13th. Johnny down in 12th after that stop-go penalty incurred. Notorious LIP. It's Narayan in 10th. And then here we go. We've got Number 1 Kentucky, LK0 and Gaming Freak Plus. There's all sorts of blue flags for the ghost cars. But we are away again racing. I think, I mean, the virtual safety car thing's gone away, but you never know. And whoa, that was stupid. That was just, I'm not really sure what's gone on there. That was left far too late in the braking zone to ever come off, and he's just clattered into the side of Gaming Freak Plus and cost both of them multiple positions. But that has released Number 1 Kentucky to see if he can pull away and maybe try and make a challenge back closer to Malk, Craig and Fabulous Chicken up the road. Oh yes, as the number of Kentucky comes on to lap his McLaren teammate, and Johnny's retired. Has he just crashed at the hairpin? Let's see if we... Tamlad's left. Here's Tej, let's see. No, he's too far away. Jaden, let's see. No, we can't really see anymore. Okay. Oh, everyone's leaving. What is going on here? Lots of massive, major, multiple disconnects. Craig is still leading. I mean, we're 16 laps in. We can't do a race restart. That's just not a thing. So Craig leads from Fabulous Chicken. I'm guessing we've got a glitch or something. Is it a yellow flag glitch? I don't know. No, it doesn't look like. Anyway. Well, we'll go with what we've got. I mean, those cars are still there. They'll be ghosted if they can. If any of them can rejoin, then they'll be back in their cars. But it's Fabulous Chicken in second. You've got Malk third now, with Sir Spud right up behind him in fourth position, looking to try and claim a podium. Malk's missed that apex by some margin, and that's going to allow Sir Spud to close up, I think. Yeah, lots of saying they disconnected. And that is Spud pass, just straight up the inside. Whoa. Big slide from the Williams, and Spud then in fourth. One Kentucky in the McLaren going after BWA Clyde, who's having a solid drive in fifth position currently. Not on the super soft tyre, he can't possibly be on the super soft tyre. Let's see, has he done any stops? No, he's not stopped, he's apparently on the super soft. He's probably on the medium or the soft tyre. I'm going to go with it, he's on the medium tyre. Let's take a look at the penalties then. We've got 3 seconds for Craig, 3 seconds for Fabulous Chicken, 3 seconds for Sir Spud, Christ, 9 seconds for Malk, 6 seconds for Clyde, it's 6 seconds for Unomi 1, Gaming Freak has nothing, it's 3 seconds for Narayan, 9 seconds for Notorious LIP, Mike has 1 warning, well done Mike, Jaden 1 penalty, LK0 has 9, 3, 4, penalty warning, 3, 6, 9, 12 seconds, I mean he's disconnected but he does have 12 seconds, nothing from Jamie, absolutely fantastic, it's 2 penalties for Tej, nothing for Yaham, that's me, Johnny is out but he had 9 seconds, plus a stop go, Tamlad had 3 seconds, Miles had 15 seconds. Number 1 Kentucky though is now actually being caught by Gaming Freak and Narayan and Jamie. And the Renault of Narayan pits as Jamie goes absolutely sailing off the circuit at the final corner. Chicken, turning second. So it's just 10 laps left. I think Sir Spud is pretty close to chasing down Fabulous Chicken for second place. a 25-second gap between first and third. That's quite incredible from Craig there to have pulled out quite such a margin in 18 laps. I mean, that's... you're bordering on being 1.5 seconds a lap faster. An awful lot happening after a fairly mental first stint. Not an awful lot is going on now. Let's take a look. We know on Kentucky. Gaming Freak Plus. Still in 7th, having been hit. He's got Jamie just behind him. You know me on Kentucky now, all over the back of BWA. Clyde, he's in a McLaren, so he's going to struggle versus the Williams in that on that straight line speed. But with DRS slipstream and I imagine some rich mix, can he get past? It's a big heavy braking zone. No, he can't. He's just going to stick behind him for the time being. Is probably fair, to be honest. Oh, he's about to crash into the back of someone again. Oh, and I mean, Clyde has just sort of left the door about as open as it can get there, really, and Unomi on Kentucky's just driven round him. So that is 5th place for Unomi on Kentucky, and in comes Clyde for his one and only pit stop, probably onto a set of super soft tyres, I'd imagine, to really blast at the end of the race. Hedge there, he has actually, no he's not. Oh yeah, there we are. So he has got Jahan actually to battle with there for 13th place. Oh dear, the lag is very real as Tej extends the final corner beautifully. Can the current Ferrari driver make up any positions here when he progressed from his current 14th place? Come back to that. My word, what an elite pit stop from Red Bull. What was that, 1.5 seconds? Absolutely fantastic scenes. But, I mean, he's in a Red Bull, so he's in an elite pit stop anyway, and then he's 26 seconds up the road, so quite frankly, Craig could have gotten out and had a toilet break during his pit stop there. He's been absolutely bulletproof this time out. He might be in a Red Bull, but you cannot take anything away from him. He has driven fantastically this evening. And these two, Fabulous Chicken and Sir Spud, not two people who I expected to see in the second and third position spots at the start of the race. If I'm honest, looking at the grid, was not expecting this battle to occur. But we are in that position nonetheless. They have both driven exceptional races so far. I'd probably commentate as Kirsten now, and I'm just going to stuff it up the wall. Here comes Sir Spud then, he's got DRS, he's got Slipstream, he's got a Mercedes, most importantly, and he is up the inside, he is on a medium tyre. Can the soft shod Haas come back at him through here? No. Hits the curb, gets a bit of a kick of oversteer, and Fabulous Chicken is demoted to 3rd position. But he does have a look at the inside. It's going to turn to the outside though for this long right, and that's not particularly helpful. Oh, I thought he was dummying the pits there, but he's actually going to go into the pits, I imagine, for a set of super soft tyres. I don't know why it does 46 miles an hour, the pit lane's 50. Anyway. And so does the Williams of Malk, comes in as well. It's a decent pit stop from Williams. I don't think it's going to beat... No, there's the Haas. Oh, Fabulous Chicken up there, and here comes the Force India of Mike. Oh, Malk's driven so slowly out of there. If he hadn't done that, he probably could have at least run side by side and given him a battle for the position. And now Malk's down in 8th. Anyone doing the 2-stop here, I feel, is at a serious disadvantage. Oh, he's destroyed that. I really think the 1-stop is probably going to have been the fastest strategy, unless, of course, you are Craig and are immensely faster than everyone else. I think Teddy's just drove into the pits, literally drove into the pits. It's currently an 11-second gap, and he's done an extra pit stop versus a driver in the fastest car. So Craig is absolutely obliterating the competition. Craig's pulled out 2 seconds in one sector. I mean, I looked down at a second, looked down for a second, looked back up, and the gap's gone up from 11.1 to 13.4. Craig is on another planet. Is he driving a 2017 car? Is that what's gone on here? Is he's actually modded a 2017 Red Bull into the game rather than a 2016 one? Actually, Unomiwan Kentucky in 3rd now. Now that all the pit stops have been made, we've got Unomiwan Kentucky followed by Gaming Freak Plus battling for 3rd. It's Notorious LIP in 5th. Yeah, great drive from him. Followed now by Fabulous Chicken on the super soft side. So Fabulous Chicken is definitely a pace advantage compared to the rest of the field. But it's whether or not he can actually get the move done. And when he's in a Haas, that is easier said than done. I mean, here's Malk. He's a little bit way down. And let's ride with Gaming Freak as he attempts to pass the McLaren of Unomiwan Kentucky for 3rd place. It's going to be last of the late breakers. And does he get it done? He's got the McLaren on his inside for this right-hander coming up, which is going to become the inside. It's going to be the inside for Gaming Freak Plus into this left. And yes, he looks to have the move done. Unomiwan does not have the drive to make a move in retaliation there, but he's really close up behind the back end of that Sauber through there as Fabulous Chicken comes flying through the penultimate corner and crashes into the back of Unomiwan Kentucky, and then Notorious LIP just takes himself and Fabulous Chicken out with a dive bomb that just sort of clatters into the side of the Haas driver. So we have 4 laps to go at the end of this one for what has been a thoroughly enjoyable US Grand Prix. The circuit is fantastic, definitely my favourite on the calendar to drive and to spectate. Both races in this league that I've commentated here have been insane. I'm saying that a lot of these positions are going to be dictated by penalties, I think, depending on who can get the fewest or the most penalties, depending on which way you're looking at it. Okay, here we go then. It's going to be 3 somehow. I mean, Fabulous Chicken's caught back up already. Fabulous Chicken definitely my favourite for third place in this Grand Prix at this moment. I think he is going to pass Unomi One Kentucky pretty soon. I'd have had a go there if I were him. And then he's just got the Sauber of Gaming Freak Plus to contend with, but if he doesn't get the move done soon, it won't be likely that he picks up that third position. So what can he do? These lot are all really slowing themselves down. Notorious LIP appears to be battling back there with Malk. Could be about to fall into the clutches of the super soft Spect Williams. What can Malk do? Can he get this fifth place? Not fifth place. Yeah, fifth place. Can he now catch and get fifth place from the cars in front? Fabulous Chicken has finally passed in number one Kentucky. Appears to do it under DRS there. It is going to be now him versus Gaming Freak Plus for the final podium spot. He is in a much faster car at this stage by the looks of things. Worn mediums on the Sauber are not going to be offering much grip whatsoever. It's also a Sauber, so it doesn't offer much grip in the first place, versus a Haas, which is a pretty superior car in comparison. With the best tyres, he goes around the outside. There's a little bit of contact. He's just gone around the outside of the penultimate corner. I mean, Gaming Freak probably... There's not really room for two cars in there, so the contact was a little bit inevitable. But that was an absolutely fantastic move. And that has put Fabulous Chicken up into third position. Followed now by Unomi One Kentucky. And thus Gaming Freak is demoted to fifth position. Is Little Blocks in this? No, not in this race anyway. I don't know if he's in the league, but he's not in this race. So, Fabulous Chicken, sorry, is looking pretty set for third place. It's now going to be who is going to get fourth. Can Gaming Freak Plus redeem some of those points he just lost? And he goes up the inside, and there's almost contact, but they managed to keep it clean. There's a building in the way. There we go. It's McLaren versus Sauber. Sauber's going to chuck one up the inside. That's not going to work. The McLaren has much better speed through the corner, being on the wider line. It's going to hold the position, and now the Sauber's just going to struggle through this long left. Just a hard right. Both of them negotiate that fine. This is an awesome camera angle, honestly. It looks great. But now the Sauber is going to have DRS and Slipstream coming up along the start-finish straight, and he has gone for the move, but he's overshot it, and the McLaren maintains fourth position for the moment. Are there any of these who are not as good drivers? But then this league's open to everyone. This league is open to people of all skill ranges. It's a performance league, so we're using realistic car speeds. So depending on what your pace is, you get put in a car corresponding to that. So if you're perhaps not such a fast driver, you'll get put in a really good car. If you're perhaps one of the faster drivers in the league, then you'll get put in a McLaren or a Sauber. So go ahead and sign up at the link in the chat. You will most definitely be welcome. All assists are allowed as well, by the way, so there'll be no worries with that. But back on the track, Unomi 1 Kentucky is defending like mad from Gaming Freak Plus in the Sauber. He is not giving up this 4th position. And there's contact again. Gaming Freak Plus just can't stop hitting things today. Well, I say, I mean, he just can't stop hitting things. He keeps getting hit by things. And they've actually got... See, I said, could he go after that 5th place? They've actually now got Malk joining the party for 5th place. So this could be a final lap battle for the final podium slot, although not if Malk does that at the final corner. Go to the site in the chat. Go to the link in the chat, and you'll see all the details there. You don't have to pay, but you will need to sign up with an account, and the next season will be on F1 2017. If you join for this season, you'll be in F1 2016. Here is Unomi 1 Kentucky. Then look at the state of that front left tyre. That is very worn as they drive through the ghost of LK0. He has pulled out a bit from Gaming Freak Plus, and Gaming Freak Plus is coming under attack from Malk. Let's skip down a player. The Super Softs on that Williams still offering grip enough to make a challenge for the top 5 position. Here we go then, it's going to be Williams straight line speed versus the Sauber. What can the Sauber do? But actually Craig's won by bloody miles. No, there's nothing he can do. Oh, the ghost car's right in the way, sort of. But it doesn't look like... It looks like Unomi 1 Kentucky has held on to that 4th place for now. Around they come, that final triple right-hander. Unomi 1 Kentucky holds on to 4th position. Is Malk going to make a last gasp move? He looks to the inside. Surely he's going to have a go for it. He doesn't. Now it's just going to be down to penalties on who finishes where. They cross the line. It's 3rd for Gaming Freak Plus thanks to penalties. My word, what penalties did Fabulous Chicken have? Cheers for the sub, Quoman. An old-time gamer, what is one of those? I don't know what an Omega Pro RS9 rig is. I don't have one. Is it a sim rig, or are you... And Jamie comes home in 12th, so I'm going to be looking at what penalties people had, because I'm quite confused by how people change positions that drastically. Oh, we stopped. Oh, dear. Oh, my word, it's all gone horribly wrong. Right then, so... Craig takes victory by miles with the fastest lap by over 1.5 seconds. Absolutely incredible. Sir Spud in 2nd from 8th. Gaming Freak manages to redeem himself to 3rd. Fabulous Chicken in 4th. Unomi 1 Kentucky sadly had 12 seconds of penalties, so was 5th. Mike up to 6th. It's Malk in 7th because of his penalties. Nuray in 8th. Notorious LIP and Clyde picks up the final point. Jaden, Jamie, Yarham and Tej round out the finishers, and everyone else sadly DNF'd from the race. That has been the US Grand Prix for Invictus Racing League's Performance Season 2. I hope you enjoyed that one. You're talking about play seats. GT Omega I think are better than play seat, but that's just my own personal opinion. Thank you very much for watching this race. Glad I could bring it to you. And I likely will not see you next time, but I will probably see you for the week after that. So until then, thank you very much for watching and have a good one.